Famous lawyers connected to the rap industry have noted that Young Thug is done, as the judge would lose it at the prosecutors before trial started today, as they didn't even have a witness ready to take the stand.
One of the things I wanted to inquire of one of our investigators about their efforts to secure one of the witnesses and the difficulty that we have had with respect to that witness. I expect that witness will be coming in. It's the one that we've been discussing, but I think it's pertinent information.
Not right now, and frankly, it doesn't matter if you have a particular witness. What you have been instructed is to have enough witnesses to fill the day. Okay, so if one witness is difficult, then you need to have another one lined up. Let's get the jury, please.
This would typically be amazing news for Young Thug. The prosecutors are having a hard time getting witnesses to go against him. However, a viral report would share YSL Judge Whittaker admits the case is headed to mistrial, but yet she won't grant one.
All right, if we don't even know what's being said, then
we do know what's
being
said, Your Honor. It is not.
This is a mistrial waiting to happen.
Your Honor, if I may.
Go ahead.
Judge,
as the judge is practically admitting the case should be a mistrial, but yet she refuses to grant one, making the case corrupt. As what happened today inside of the courtroom was unbelievable. A tweet would share, witness tells the DA she doesn't intimidate him and to stop trying to treat him like her child.
You can answer first, and I will let you explain. But I need you to answer yes or no.
But could you stop yelling at me like I'm your child or something? I'm not your child.
You are not.
You talking aggressive to me. You don't intimidate me. All them guys over here. So if you would have came to me and asked me this, I'd have told you the same thing. What if they was in my face or not in my face? I'm not scared of them or you.
I don't want you to be.
Well, that's what you acting like it. That's what you acting like you trying to paint.
So do you want me to bring my voice down? And I apologize if it sounds like
I ain't your child. Could I take a break? Y'all on the car.
No, we've had so many breaks this morning. We really need to get through this.
As the prosecutors are currently being exposed, which would again usually end in a mistrial for case corruption, but the judge is refusing. As this was later confirmed in a viral clip that states, Young Thug started laughing after YSL Woody tried to ask him if he had issues with Rich Homie Quan from the witness stand.
Yes, no, I don't recall. Did Thug have an issue with Rich Homie Quan bringing members of IFK to his apartment?
Did you have an issue with Rich Homie?
I'm asking you for what you told the police.
And I'm answering you. I just told you several times. I tell the police anything.
Okay. Do you recall talking about
which is obviously not allowed. Once again, the prosecutors are supposed to coach their witnesses that go onto the stand about things they are and are not allowed to do. They clearly didn't do that, as Woody would yell to Young Thug from across the courtroom. Thug was also allegedly in tears when Woody did this, as he didn't even get in trouble for it either. This, however, would get the attention of Rich Homie Quan 3 days before his passing, where he would speak about YSL Woody doing this, as well as calling him a liar.
What do you feel about his statements being said about him basically up your dad's barbershop?
What is a liar? The barbershop did get up, but it wasn't like, I don't want to talk much to it, but it wasn't like he has over exaggerated it, because the same day the barbershop got it was up and running. So it couldn't have been like what he said it was. So we're gonna hold that down. Shout out to Woody. But niggas know.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
As we would then see YSL Woody react to Quan calling him a liar.
You know, your trial's going viral. On the trial, you said you and Threat was sliding and y'all Rich Homie Quan barbershop.
Yeah, like Rich Homie said, I was just lying.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Rich Homie Quan passing? Yeah.
It's sad, man. It's sad. Rich Homie had a lot of potential. You feel me? Like, he just made wrong choices in the past. What could have that hurt his career. And he didn't have to make that choice. But sometimes people gotta learn how to stand up for themselves. Don't be intimidated by no group of people. Cause them group of people, man, they ain't no for real. You feel me? That's why they a group of people. All you had to do is stay by yourself. He would have been successful. He would have been bigger than what he was.
As lawyers would note that no one is taking the YSL RICO trial seriously, the judge is refusing a mistrial, but there's still one chance of Young Thug to be released, and to understand when it could happen, you need to understand that YSL Woody snitched on Young Thug in 2021. However, the video of him doing so was never supposed to be shared to the public, but it was eventually leaked. It was then reported. Today he testifies that he believes the state is the one who leaked the video in order to pretty much force him to testify, since everyone already thinks he's a snitch.
Do you know who put that video on the internet during this, before this trial started?
I don't know who did it.
Do you have a belief who did it?
Yes.
And who are you referring to who did that?
Objection. Relevance, who he believes.
Goes to his state of mind.
Speculation.
Goes to his state of mind on the conversations that he's referring to. Puts it in context. Who did you believe put out the videos on the internet of your interrogation, or the video?
The state.
And by the state, the same people you've been referring to?
I can't say specific if it was them, but the state did it.
Okay. And what did that have an effect on you or your family when you believe the state of Georgia put out your interrogation?
Well, they believe I'd be, if everybody say I'm a snitch, you know, this and then third, they believe that I'd be like, okay, and just do what they want me to do.
And is that, there's a mention in the last...
As with Woody hinting towards it being the state prosecutors that leaked the video of him snitching, he would eventually get angry. He would end up revealing that he believes it was their plan all along. If they made Lil Woody look like a snitch in one small crime, then they can use it as leverage to force him to become a full snitch in all crimes that YSL committed. The prosecutors would then start asking the most ridiculous questions, making YSL Woody get angry.
I can't sit here and tell y'all nothing. I don't know what y'all want me. I don't know what y'all looking for. I didn't see nobody. I didn't see nobody rob nobody. I didn't see none of these boys do anything. I did some stupid things. I got caught for the stupid things that I was doing, and I just went from there. Like, I didn't. And then y'all got me up here, and I done told y'all before y'all put me up here, y'all can't talk to me on like a Tuesday or something, and you can't talk to me in the streets. And I told you, like, I lied, and I told you that, and then y'all still brought me in here.
Isn't it true that you did not want to testify because you don't want to deal with the reality of being labeled a snitch?
Miss Hill, I was been labeled a snitch way before I had to come to trial, when y'all linked that video out to the social media. So the world look at me as a snitch no matter what goes on to this day. But me coming here, like, I have put my faith in God's hands, and I come here and I let it be known. I guess got no choice but to be letting know to y'all now that I have told y'all time after time that I done lied.
As the prosecutors have barely any evidence against Young Thug, but they continue on bringing YSL Woody in just for the off chance that he might just bring up some sort of new evidence against Thug. But it seems like Lil Woody had enough. He would eventually snap against the prosecutors, once again proving this case should be over.
And my only priority was, by any means necessary, to protect them with my whole life. Judge, I get a minute because they drive me crazy.
Yeah, take a minute, take a breath.
Keep telling y'all.
Stay here. Come here. Stay on the stand. Take some breaths. Calm down.
And once he finishes his breath around the state, we conclude our questioning, Your Honor.
The prosecutors are not allowed to act this way against their own witnesses. The judge has noticed this and has told them to really clean up their act, or the case will be a mistrial. As Lil Woody has gotten so angry, he had to stand up and walk away. You don't see this happen in court cases. It's getting ridiculous. This is then when it would be announced Woody is getting tired of explaining why he told on Young Thug over and over again.
Why did you ask for Thug to pay your bond after you had told on them in the June 10th interview?
I didn't tell on them. I was going through a phase in my life, like I told you before, and I told you in the back. I made it all up. I sat right there and said whatever came to the top of my head, that I put certain things together and said what I said. If you listen to both of them calls, they contradict each other. If you listen to the interview, you hear what the police keep saying. And that's why I put everything on Thug. The man ain't had nothing to do with my stupidity. I'm sitting right here today telling y'all the truth, and y'all still sitting right here playing with this lady. Like I told y'all, I made it up. I put it on him. Okay. I'm not scared of nobody. Nobody forced me to say none of this stuff. This is not right.
Okay. After
which is very surprising, and it changes the entire YSL RICO trial. YSL Woody is saying that he lied about everything that he ever snitched on Young Thug for, just like Rich Homie Quan said in an interview. So this means they now have to go re-review all of the evidence again, and the prosecutors now have to get new evidence to prove that Lil Woody was telling the truth, or else they'll have no evidence against Thug. As with the judge starting to realize all of the sneaky tactics the prosecutors have been doing, this is when we would hear from the founder of 300 Entertainment and the head of music for Google and YouTube. He would vouch to the judge for Young Thug to be released on a bond.
Hi, my name is Lior Cohen. I was the founder of 300. I'm the global head of music for YouTube and Google, and I want to speak on behalf of Jeffrey, who I've known extremely well since I signed him. He's been a person that cares deeply about his community, his family, and his colleagues. And I could say that I've had numerous conversations with him at length about how he wanted to invest in building a recording business, studios, a record company in a very troubled part of Atlanta to bring economic growth. I don't believe that he's a flight risk whatsoever. He cares too much about his family, his colleagues, his art, and his reputation for that.
As that right there is Lior Cohen, worth roughly $200 million. A vouch from him goes an extremely long way. He wouldn't support Young Thug like this if he was an actual criminal. However, fans would dig deeper on why Lior would want Young Thug released. And this is where it gets scary. As it turns out, the next phase of the YSL RICO trial is gonna feature a lot of rappers in the industry, aka his employees, from Gunna, Lil Baby, YFN Lucci, and many more. As it all starts in May 2022, when Young Thug alongside Gunna and several YSL members were arrested on RICO. But within 2 weeks of being in the jail cell, Gunna would end up snitching out of the case and accepting a plea deal.
YSL is a music label, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
This is what got Lil Baby involved, as the following day after Gunna snitched, it would be reported by DJ Academics that Lil Baby, as well as members of 4PF, are now next on the Atlanta DA RICO list.
An in-depth investigation. Recent months, you've had 2 high-profile racketeering cases. There are going to be more.
Over the next 60 days, you'll see 2 more.
As DJ Academics would even then further confirm it on a stream, showing the evidence file of 4PF on the document and confirming that it is a rap group with a 3-letter name.
I've heard 2 of them. Like, I've heard the 2 of them. They're like, yo, these are going first, then these are going first. I've heard the names. And I don't know if I should say it. Again, I got nothing to do with no investigation for nothing, whatever. But these are top rappers. Well, one's a top rapper. The other one, matter of fact, I'll do the segment without saying the name. I'll just say this. I believe you know who the obvious name is. They're in Atlanta. They go by 3 letters. They've been popping. One of the top, I would say, 3 rappers in the game.
As with many believing the life of Young Thug could be over due to being in a corrupt court case, it seems as if Lil Baby can now be tied in it as well. This would get the attention of rappers in the industry, where 6ix9ine had to say this.
He just implicated YSL being so now home, right? All the people who's locked up, like Jeffrey, like Young Thug, now he can't go with that defense. He can't go with the defense of saying, I'm a record label.